first, thank you for being here. I won't waste your time. I'm going to start by answering three quick questions. The first question is, who am I? And the second question is, what is it that I know, and how did I come to know what I know? And the last question is, how might I be able to help you? So let me start with that first question. Who am I? Of course, my name is Ed Taylor, or as I'm called, Santa Ed Taylor, for obvious reasons. And I have been doing this Santa thing, being a Santa volunteer, for about 7 years. So I've been having a great time doing that. But that's not really who I am. Let me go a little bit deeper into who I am. First, I should say that I'm the father of 2 adult children, very proud father. I'm a loyal husband to my wife Lori, have been for the last 37 years. I'm an entrepreneur, have been for the last 25 years. I'm easygoing, I'm funny. I was kind of the class clown in school, so that's just been my nature for my whole life. I've just been an easygoing, fun type of a person. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. Politically, I'm an independent. I'm fiscally, I would say I'm conservative. Socially, a little more liberal. I'm a big believer in small business, a big believer in entrepreneurship. I love the idea of small business people becoming successful and steering their own destiny and being of service to community through business. I love that. I have become increasingly skeptical of large corporations. I value very much being self-sufficient. I value living true to what I consider to be my highest self, my highest values. I like what I would call ethical persuasion, but I absolutely despise manipulation. I can't stand it. So there's this area in me, this belief that I have that persuasion, when it's done within ethics, when it's done in a way that's not trying to mislead or misdirect or do something that's again unethical. I like pleading a case. I like people to present a case about something and again persuade. So that's a part of who I am. Anyway, so that's probably enough. That gives you a little sense of who I am. And I guess the next question I was going to answer is what I know and how I came to know what I know. And that's an interesting story. I was a seminar promoter early in my career. Well, let me back up a little bit further than that. After high school, I was a commercial fisherman. I commercial fished and I was a longshoreman for a couple of years. After that, I decided to go into sales. And I did really well, surprisingly well. I was a top producer. I then became a sales manager and then a vice president of marketing. And I spent many years in the area of sales. I ultimately became a real estate agent, a real estate broker. I had several real estate offices in Southern California. But by the late 80s, I had really decided I wanted to do something different, get out of the real estate business, become a consultant, and become essentially a marketing consultant, and that's exactly what I did. I landed some great clients, and one of the first clients that I landed was a guy by the name of Tony Robbins, who has since, of course, become very famous, and he's had his infomercials and everything, but at that time he, of course, didn't have all those things. But it was a wonderful opportunity for me to be involved with the growth of that company. And I found myself creating what became a seminar promotion company when we had great clients. In addition to Tony, we had Brian Tracy and Dennis Waitley and Jim Rohn and Tom Hopkins and Ken Blanchard. Ultimately did a little bit of work even with Deepak Chopra. Anyway, so we had all these great people. Og Mandino is another one. It was just great. I had a wonderful time doing that. And in that process, I also found niche experts. I found a real estate agent who was making $1 million a year as a real estate agent. So we took him out on the road to do seminars for real estate agents, training programs. I did the same thing with a mortgage broker. And I was always looking for these little niche experts. And in the mid-90s, early 90s and mid-90s, I was looking for a internet expert, somebody that we could take out and do seminars for business people on how to use the internet as a business tool, a marketing tool. And remember, back in those days, it wasn't everywhere, right? It was brand new. And I found these guys mostly up I was living in San Diego at the time, and they were up in the Bay Area, up in San Jose and the Silicon Valley. And we went out and did these seminars. They were great seminars that we had great sponsors like Microsoft and so forth who were sponsoring things, the San Diego Business Journal and the like. So it was great, but what I found over time was the people that I was bringing in, they were technical experts, but they weren't really great from the platform. They weren't great presenters. And what I was doing is I was learning this information. You know, I was taking them out to breakfast. I was picking them up at the airport. We were having lunch together. We were having dinner together. And of course, I was listening to everything they were saying at the seminars. And in October 17th, 1996, I had my first $10,000 day marketing on the internet. And then all of a sudden, all my old seminar buddies started saying, "Hey, Ed, come and talk to our audience about internet marketing." Harv Eker, Ted Nicholas, all these guys had me out speaking to their audiences about internet marketing. So there are many, many years where I was doing 60, 70, 80, and in one year, in fact, I did over 100 different seminars and training programs around the country and around the world on internet marketing. Today, I'm still speaking a lot. I was just in Wisconsin last week, speaking to a group there. I do webinars multiple times a month. I'm on the faculty for the International Housewares Association and the Progressive Audio programs. I'm on their faculty and do their webinars regularly. So very, very involved in the internet marketing training program. And so that gives you a little sense of how I came to know what I know. And I should also say that a big part of learning this was interviewing people. I interviewed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and I continue to interview hundreds of entrepreneurs and business people that are using different internet marketing tactics. Of course, in the very early days, those tactics were very much different than they are today. Today, it's the social networking and the Twitter and Facebook and all of those things, as well as search engine optimization and the rest. And by the way, I should just mention that we've been doing search engine optimization from the beginning. We've managed thousands and thousands of search terms with our clients and really are able to give very, very specific advice and direction on how to obtain and maintain top Google rankings. So anyway, that gives you a little bit of an idea of what it is that I know. The areas of expertise, I would say, are the search engine optimization for sure, social networking, social marketing. That's something that I'm very knowledgeable about, been doing for a long time. I have thousands of followers on Facebook, thousands on Twitter, and a bunch of them on LinkedIn and all that. So I'm very, very involved in that personally, and of course so are our clients. So I have very hands-on experience in those things. Email marketing I've been doing for many years, and again, not spamming. I'm talking about opt-in lists and nurturing a relationship via email and building that top-of-mind awareness as well as that customer rapport. Blogging I've been doing myself for quite some time, and of course been helping clients with that. So the areas of expertise are search engine optimization, email marketing, pay-per-click advertising, social marketing, and then the other thing, this is an important element, and that is what we call maximizing website conversions. And what we're talking about specifically is increasing the number of visitors to your website who actually become customers or leads or subscribers before they leave your website. That's what we're calling a conversion, converting a visitor into a subscriber or a customer or, again, a lead. So those are the things that I provide, the services that we provide in our coaching. And how I can help you, what do we do and how I start this whole process is we look at the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats to your current marketing situation. So that's what we call a SWOT analysis. SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. And we go through and we look at your website from the conversion aspect, your search engine optimization, your social marketing, your email marketing, your blogging, everything. So we say, okay, here's some areas of opportunity for you. Here's some areas of weakness. Here's some strengths that we want to make sure that we preserve and build. So that's where we do, that's where we start. And then you and I work very closely, one-on-one together, or me and your team. So if you have a webmaster or if you have other members that you would like to collaborate, we do video meetings. So I use GoToMeeting extensively, and we get on the phone or our headsets if you're using voice over IP, which GoToMeeting supports, and we can collaborate to make sure that you're doing everything that you need to be doing on your website. And in this website here, in the site that you're on, watching this video, imgmembers.com, that's one of the URLs, IMG for Internet Marketing Group, members.com. In this website, there's a whole membership area. There's all the private content that we have for our clients that show you very specifically how to do search engine optimization for your blog posts or for your web page, how to implement social marketing, how to create video-based marketing and so forth. So all those videos are there. And then of course, if there's a need that you have that's not inside the site already, we'll create videos and training programs to make it very, very simple and easy for you to implement. So again, I'm Ed Taylor. I'm looking forward to working with you. And I should just say the next step for you, if you haven't looked at it already, is go to the link up above here that says Higher Ed. And that will explain everything that's involved in our coaching program. And I want to say one last thing, and that is act now. And one of the things that I learned and that I absolutely love from Jim Rohn, who is, of course, a great motivational speaker and a good friend for many, many years. Jim Rohn always talked about what he called the law of diminishing intent. And what happens is when we're doing something, we're hearing a sales message or we're hearing about something, we get very excited. And that excitement, we know it's good. We know that this makes sense. And you might be looking at this and saying, I know I need internet marketing help, and I think this guy could coach me and help me, but there might be a bit of hesitancy. You say, oh, I'm going to think about it. I'm not going to do it right now. And that's what we're talking about, is that law of diminishing intent, where time sets in, and even though you really intend to do it, over time that intent diminishes. And what I'm going to suggest to you is this: look over the website, and I don't want you to join if you're not ready to join, certainly, but look this over and ask yourself, could this benefit me? If I had more top search engine rankings, if I understood the internet marketing principles better, if I could learn this stuff and apply it and get more traffic to my site and convert a higher percentage of those customers, if that's what you're looking for, join. Now's the time. There's never going to be a better time. So again, this is Ed Taylor. I'm looking forward to working with you, and go now to the Higher Ed page and read what this program's all about. Talk to you soon.